Now, All About Eve, starring Bette Davis as Margot, Ann Baxter as Eve, Reginald Gardner as Addison DeWitt, and Gary Merrill as Bill. To those of the New York theater, no other tribute, critical acclaim, or glorification can approach the heights of recognition represented in the Sarah Siddons Award for Distinguished Achievement. A moment ago, this most cherished honor came to a young actress named Eve Harrington. Among the many eminent personalities present is the noted critic Addison DeWitt.
Yes, this is Eve's hour. Beautiful, radiant, poised, she is about to make her speech of acceptance. The hall rings with applause and bravos. Everyone is looking at Eve, all except Karen Richards. Karen's made a little pile of crumbs on the tablecloth. She's patting it with a spoon, staring at it absently. I wonder what Karen Richards is thinking about.
Eve Harrington. It seems a lifetime ago, that rainy night in October. I hurried down the alley to the stage door. But where was she? Strange. I'd become so accustomed to seeing her here night after night, I found myself looking for a girl I'd never spoken to, wondering where she... Oh, there you are. Well, it seemed odd suddenly you're not being here. After all, 6 nights a week for weeks, watching Margot Channing enter and leave a theater.
I hope you don't mind my speaking to you. It took every bit of courage I could raise.
To speak to a playwright's wife? I'm the lowest form of celebrity.
You're Margot Channing's best friend. You and your husband are always with her.
Tell me, what do you do in between the time Margot goes in the theater and comes out? Just huddle and wait?
Oh, no. I see the play.
See the play? You mean you've seen every performance?
Yes.
Well, apart from everything else, don't you find it expensive?
Standing room doesn't cost much. I manage.
Well, you're coming with me, young lady. I'm going to take you to Margot.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. She's got to meet you.
Oh, no. I'd be imposing on her. I'd be just another tongue-tied, gushing fan.
There isn't another like you. There couldn't be. Oh, by the way, what's your name?
Eve. Eve Harrington.
Margot was in her dressing room. Lloyd, my husband, was with her, and, of course, Bertie, Margot's maid.
Good morning, Karen. Margot's just been interviewed by a lady reporter from the South.
And the minute it gets printed, they're going to fire on Gettysburg all over again.
It was Fort Sumter they fired on today. Where's my cold cream? Lloyd, honey, be a playwright with guts. Write me a play about a nice, normal woman who just shoots her husband.
I find these wisecracks increasingly less funny, Margot. Aged in Wood happens to be a fine and distinguished play.
That's my loyal little woman.
Oh, relax, kid. It's just me and my big mouth.
Well, it's just that you get me so mad sometime. Of all the women in the world with nothing to complain about.
Ain't it the truth?
Yes, it is. You're talented, famous, wealthy. People waiting around night after night just to see you, even in the rain.
Autograph fiends, little beasts.
They're your fans, your audience.
They're nobody's audience. They never see a play or a movie even. They're never indoors long enough.
Well, there's one indoors right now. I brought her back to see you.
You've what?
Yes, she's just outside the door.
Bertie.
Yeah.
The heave-ho.
Oh, now you can't put her out, Margot. She worships you. You must have spotted her by now. She's always there.
Oh, I know. The mousy one with the trench coat and the funny hat.
Yes. Come in, Eve. Margot, this is Eve Harrington.
How do you do, my dear?
Oh, brother.
Hello, Miss Channing.
My husband.
Hello, Miss Harrington.
How do you do, Mr. Richards?
And this is my dear friend and companion, Miss Bertie Coonan.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, what?
When she gets like this, all of a sudden she's playing Hamlet's mother.
I'm sure you must have things to do in the bathroom, Bertie, dear.
If I haven't, I'll find something till you get normal.
Dear Bertie.
I was just telling Margot and Lloyd how often you've seen the play.
Yes. Every performance.
Well, then, am I safe in assuming that you like it?
I'd like anything Miss Channing played in.
Would you really? How sweet.
Your new play is for Miss Channing, too, isn't it?
Now, how did you hear about it?
Well, there was an item in Addison DeWitt's column. I like the title. Footsteps on the Ceiling.
Oh, now let's get back to this one. Every performance, Why?
Yes, there are other plays.
Not with you in them. Not by Mr. Richards.
But you must have friends, a home, family.
No.
Tell us about it, Eve.
If I only knew how.
Try.
Well, it started with a play before this one.
Remember? Did you see it here in New York?
San Francisco. The most important night of my life. Until now. I found myself going the next night. And the next and the next. And then when the show went east, I went east.
Eve, why don't you start at the beginning?
Oh, I couldn't possibly interest you.
No, please.
Well, I guess it started back home. Wisconsin, that is. There was just Mom and Dad and me. Farmers were poor in those days, so I quit school and became a secretary in a brewery. Wasn't much fun, but it helped at home. And there was a little theater group there, like a drop of rain on the desert. That's where I met Eddie. We played Lillian 3 times. Oh, I was awful. When the war came, we got married. Eddie was in the Air Force. They sent him to the South Pacific. And then a letter arrived. Eddie had a leave coming up, and I went to San Francisco to meet him. But Eddie wasn't there. Just a telegram. Eddie wasn't coming at all. But Eddie was dead. I found a job, and his insurance helped. And there were theaters in San Francisco. And then one night, Margot Channing came to play in remembrance. And, well, here I am.
What a story. Everything but the bloodhound snapping at her rear end.
There are some human experiences, Birdie, that even an ex-fifth-rate vaudevillian should understand and respect. I want to apologize for Birdie.
Sorry, it's just my way of talking.
You didn't hurt my feelings, Miss Coonan.
Call me Birdie. Oh, hi, you, Mr. Sampson.
Hi, Bertie. For your information, Margot, my plane takes off in 47 minutes. And how do I find you? Not ready yet and looking like a junkyard.
Thank you so much.
Bill, this...
The airlines have clocks even if you haven't. I start shooting a week from Monday.
Bill...
I'm a junkyard.
Bill, this is Eve Harrington.
Hi. My wonderful junkyard. The mystery and dreams you find in a junkyard. Oh, hello. What's your name?
Eve Harrington.
You've already met.
Huh? Where?
Oh, Eve, you're not going.
I think I'd better... It's been... I can hardly find the words to say how it's been. Thank you.
No, stick around. Tell you what, we'll put Stanislavski on his plane, you and I, and then go somewhere and talk.
Well, if I'm not in the way...
I'll shower and dress. I won't be a minute.
Yes, Bill was going to Hollywood to direct a picture. I can't remember why Lloyd and I couldn't go to the airport with them. But I do remember that as we left, Eve started talking to Bill.
So you're going to Hollywood, Mr. Sampson?
Just for one picture. Why?
I just wondered.
Just wondered what?
Why you'd want to go out there. I mean, well, when a man's the best and most successful young director in the theater...
The theater? What book of rules says the theater exists only in New York? Listen, Junior, and learn.
Yes.
Do you want to know what the theater is? A flea circus. Also opera, rodeos, carnivals, ballets, Indian tribal dances, Punch and Judy, a one-man band. Wherever there's magic and make-believe and an audience, there's theater. From Donald Duck to Eleanor Aduza, all theater. You don't understand them all. You don't like them all. Why should you? The theater's for everybody, you included, but not exclusively. So don't approve or disapprove. It may not be your theater, but it's theater for somebody, somewhere.
I just asked a simple question.
And I shot my mouth off. Nothing personal, Junior. Margot, I'm leaving here in exactly 3 seconds.
So am I if I can find my coat.
It's right where you left it.
Oh.
Any messages for Tyrone Power, Bertie?
Yeah, give him my phone number.
You got the key, Birdie.
I ain't forgot it yet.
I'll see you at home in an hour. Eve, where are you going?
You don't really want me tagging along?
Now, don't be silly. This way. It's quicker if we cut across the stage.